What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfire's. Major bombshell breaking news about Deadpool 3's production, and a move that has me scratching my head and actually took me a minute to do some research on because it wasn't posted by the normal people in the normal place, but confirmed from Forbes magazine that indeed Maximum Effort, which is Ryan Reynolds' production company that's based on the catchphrase, of course, from Deadpool, is going to be part of the production team alongside Marvel on Deadpool 3. Co-production on a film is a huge deal, something that you don't normally see, especially from Marvel in the way that they navigated the Infinity Saga. I want to talk about what they specifically said, why this is a huge deal, even considering what's gone on with Sony and the co-production on something like Spider-Man, why that's very different than what's happening here. And my take on this sort of thing, I think it can break one of two ways in what Marvel may be choosing to do with this character, and for an actor that's played such a crucial role in pushing this character forward. We're going to break down exactly what this news is, what it means for Deadpool 3, and what I think it may actually represent behind the scenes. A definite flagship departure from Marvel, though, from the way that they normally do things, especially for a character like this. We're breaking down everything, the news that Deadpool 3 will actually be a co-production with Maximum Effort. But first, if you could hit the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, reviews, all the way to stories like today and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the sub button, leave a comment down below. That'll automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. If you want to stick around at the end of the video, we'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. So while this was reported on the Industry Insider editorial Murphy's Multiverse run by Charles Murphy, he basically did a report in reaction to a detail that was slipped into the end of a Forbes magazine article talking about Maximum Effort in conjunction with a marketing agency. And at the end there, they mentioned that Maximum Effort, again, that's Ryan Reynolds' production company, is going to be running a co-production, part of the production on the upcoming Marvel Studios Deadpool 3. Now, I know while you may be thinking, hey, Marvel Studios just co-produced with Sony, Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man, which means the only way Marvel Studios were making those movies was a co-production with Sony. Marvel Studios alone retained the rights to Deadpool when they acquired Fox, now rebranded 20th Century Studios, but Maximum Effort, which is the production company and marketing agency founded by Ryan Reynolds and one of his partners, was actually one of the production companies on 2018's Deadpool 2 that also saw 2021's Free Guy and the most recent The Atom Project, which also teamed up with director Shawn Levy, which is the same team they've put together here for Deadpool 3. Now, backing up just a second, this was one detail snuck in the end of a very lengthy Forbes article about Maximum Effort. I read the whole thing, and I thought to myself, if this was true, this is something that Maximum Effort production would have wanted to publicize. Maybe this isn't an official announcement already, but in doing my research on the company, you can see clearly listed here on their Wikipedia, untitled Deadpool film, Shawn Levy as a director, Marvel Studios as production partners, and the distributors Walt Disney Studios. Now, as I mentioned in the prologue, really, to me, this signals two things. The first of which, bravo Disney and Marvel Studios, the juggernaut that we've known them to be with their reputation preceding, where they want to do the ultimate QC in quality control. In the past, they were willing to replace actors, replace directors, really anyone who didn't sort of fit into what they were trying to do as a whole. But with Phase 4, we've seen a shift from that, willing to canonize the old, now defunct cinematic universes, bringing back old actors in fan service, and apparently as part of this, they're willing to go into this co-production team, but also the phrase no-brainer comes to mind here, and not just for Maximum Effort, the production company that was part of Deadpool 2, but to the fact that, of course, Ryan Reynolds is much bigger than just an actor who stars as Deadpool in this film. He has a huge production company. He does several other things. I don't want to just say he's really rich, but that is also part of it too, and when you get to the size that he is, both in front of and behind of the camera, something called an executive producer usually means guys who cut checks. And so it's more than just, hey, he's going to be an executive producer on this. He's been a part of the project since the beginning, funding that original test footage, and now he'll take a huge piece of it here in the back end. He also has a production company that probably also did a huge part in Deadpool 2, and you can really use that. Marvel Studios can use that to their advantage, as I've pointed to a lot of these delays recently here with the slates. And again, we are wandering dangerously into speculative territory. But look at something like the VFX for Spider-Man No Way Home that was updated after the film was released, and we saw it on Disney Plus with WandaVision's post-credits scene as well, changing the CGI, or rather finishing it even after their release. And I don't want to point to CGI as the only reason that the entire Marvel slate got delayed a bit, but when Kevin Feige says change to production schedule, and we hear about how much of the CGI is dependent on the reshoots that they're constantly doing, you can't fill in the CGI even if you have previs until you're picture locked on what you're CGIing. You have to think that comes down to it. So if you've got a production company that's already worked on Deadpool and the lead actor owns it, and he's also going to be an executive producer, it just makes sense. Yeah, it's a huge jump for Marvel Studios, but one that really, when it makes this much sense, probably wasn't too hard for them to decide to do. But I will say one final thought about it, and this is as it pertains to Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds, and the team he's assembled. Disney and Marvel Studios really seem like they're giving him enough control over this project that if it doesn't do well, or doesn't sort of fit, or isn't to the quality that we would have expected, that really a large part of that will come on them. I'm not saying that I see that happening, but it is interesting though, the way that, a lot of responsibility will come back on them, since it's their little team that seem to be running this. I really liked the Atom Project, and Free Guy was not the highest film on my list. I like a certain kind of film. I love Marvel movies. If you liked Free Guy, that's what's up. No, no hate at all. I didn't say it was bad. Just wasn't exactly for me. So I'm going to be super interested to see Sean Levy's take on this. I did like the Atom Project a lot though, but I'm curious from your guys' point of view. Did you guys know Sean Levy was signed to direct? We reported on it last week. And are you hyped for this in a way now, knowing this team? What do you expect, knowing that the Atom Project and what we just saw in Free Guy, same people coming back for Deadpool? How much of this do you think they're going to have to curb into a family-friendly PG-13 thing? Looking at these last two, it seems like that's what they're going to want to try to do, which I'm quite surprised, because I think we're as close as ever to Marvel going rated R. Hey, but it is what it is. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we're still giving away PlayStation 5s all the way up to 1 million subscribers, and we're doing it at every 20,000 subscribers. The next one will be at 960. If you want to be entered to win for any of the other giveaways, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me over on Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music under the name AllFires. And while I'd sincerely appreciate you checking that out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.